Okay, let's take a look here at homework 2. It says use the roster method to find or to write the set A complement. Now, what you need to know here is that this little symbol, this apostrophe, means to find everything else that's in the universal set, but not, but that is not in A. In other words, everything that this would have to be added to join to become this entire set. So if you look at the set U, it's 1, 2, 3, and it continues on to infinity. And here, set A is 1, 2, 3, and continues on to just a 35. So A's complement, and notice that we have here A with the apostrophe sign like this, is going to be equal to the set where we're going to start on the next number, which would be 36, and then 37, and then 38, and then we could keep doing this forever and ever and ever, so dot, 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 and then we'll close it right there. So that's what the complement would look like. So if we put A together with its complement, we would have the entire U, or it stands for universal set. All right, let's come over here and take a look at this next problem. It says, find the set A and its intersection with the empty set. This symbol right here looks like an N kind of, stands for intersection. Intersection. Okay, and the intersection of a set would be the ones that contain both elements inside A and also inside this other set. For example, the intersection of A and B right here would be J and K, because they both have a J and K as an element. The empty set has no elements right here, and A has G, J, and K. So in this particular case, the intersection, well, they don't share anything, so it's also as the empty set right here. Okay. Alright, if we take a look here at these two sets and we want to find their union, and this symbol right here, obviously a U stands for, this is defined to be the word union, or the combination of two sets. So here we have A union B would be equal to the set, so we have starting, well, let's see, B is in there, D is in there, W is in there, and Y is in there. I notice I'm only listing the elements once, even though it showed up W's two of them. We just list the elements once, and that is the union of A and B. Moving down to this second problem here, notice that I have A complement intersection B complement. So for this one, we first have to define what A complement is. And then we have what ACEG, so ACEG, its complement would have to be the set B, because see there's no B in here, there's no D in there, so B, D, we have an E, we don't have an F, B, D, F. Okay, so just check this out here, see if we have it right. We have the A's complement, B, D, F, because if we put that with A, we'd have A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, which is the universal set. And then B's complement, notice there, that's the letter B, let's make that look more like a B maybe, okay. Is BEG here, so we have to have an A. Okay, make a set starting with an A. We got a B, we need a C. We need a D. We have an E, but we need an F. We have a G. Okay, that's an F right there, if you're wondering what that is. Okay, so ACDF. ACDF would be A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Okay, now looking up here, what's in common, and that's what intersection means, looks like we have a D in here and an F. So the answer to this right here, A's complement, intersection with B's complement, is equal to the set, well, what do we have there? A D and an F. That's an F right there. Okay, so because F is in both of those, and D is in both of those, and that's what is it. Okay. Okay, so here we have a problem where a math tutor working with a small group of students asked each student when he or she had studied for class the previous weekend Their responses are shown in what we call a Venn diagram here, and use this Venn diagram to list the set of students who studied Saturday or Sunday in roster form. Well, these are the people that studied on Saturday, and these are all the people that studied on Sunday, and notice that Jess and Mike studied for both. But still, if we wanted to list in roster form those who studied Saturday or Sunday, notice that would be all of these people in here. So everybody, the only person who didn't study at all on Saturday and Sunday anyways is Dawn. So the roster form for this one would be Emily, Jess, Mike, Joe, Chris, and Kelly. Okay. Alright, taking a look at this problem, we have used a Venn diagram to determine the set A complements intersection with B. Okay, well, A complement would be everything outside of A. So A's complement here, it would look something like this. Let's see, we got A, and then I put its complement, that's an A, would be equal to the set here. That would be, well, 2, the word 2, 5, 8. Also, we'd have comma 16 and 0, 1. Let me finish all that. That is everything outside of A. Now, B, we have, this is equal to, well, let's see what we got here. We got a triangle, and then we've got the number 2, well, in the words, and then we've got 5, and then we've got 8. Alright, and if we look at this right here, the intersection symbol means what's both in here and there. It looks like 2, 5, and 8 would be A's complement intersection with B. So it would be A's complement intersection with B would be equal to the set containing 2, 5, and 8. Okay, and that's it for that one. Alright, if we take a look at this problem here, we're going to be looking to find A union with B union with C, and then we take the complement of it all. So if we put all these together for A union with B and C, I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's everything. So take a look. If we union them together, A would have A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we look for the complement, but if I have that this A union with B union with C's complement is equal to, well, basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, I said that wrong. This is not the complement. Don't look at that. This is the actual set here. Then what I meant to say was A union B union C's complement. This time we talk about the complement. The answer to the question here. What's in here that's not in U? Well, nothing. So this would be equal to the empty set. Okay. Using the Venn diagram shown, list a set that is A union with B's complement in roster form. A union with B would be, well, basically everything inside here. Its complement would be 15 and 20. So we could actually do that one pretty easy here. Let me see if I can. Let's see if I can do that a little better. A's union B would be everything inside here. This is all of A and all of B inside there. So the complement would be outside, so 15 and 20. So the set would be like this, 15 and 20. Okay, so here we want to find these symbols, choose the correct set below. Well, what we have here is basically, this is all of A right inside here. So if I do this, this is all of A inside here. Let me make a mark, that's all of A. And then, so this would be everything outside of A, which is known as A's complement. So this would be our answer right here. Okay, so here we have a survey problem. Sorry it's so small. We have 122 college students, and we are going to determine the music styles they liked. And of these, if we read through here, there's rock, classical, and jazz. So I made a Venn diagram with 3 different sets in it: rock, classical, and jazz. And I labeled them in no particular order because it'll still work no matter what you do. It says 42 listen to rock, 49 to classical, and sorry, I said that wrong. 42 to rock, 49 to classical, and 47 to jazz. Now we don't want to put those in yet. What we want to do is find the middle. Always go to the middle first. So what it says here is that 12 students listen to all three musicals. So we always want to go right down here to the middle, right here. And this is where we're going to put our 12 right there. So we make a 12 here. So there's 12 people in there. Now backing up from there, what I can see here is that 26 listen to classical and jazz. Classical and jazz is right here. And so the one that is both would be this is 26, but notice there's already 12 there, so I have to take 26 and subtract 12. And what is that, 14, I believe it is? Yes, 14. So 14 would be here. Okay, so that would make 26 that listen to both classical and jazz. And we're going to work our way out this way. So we move back up. It said here in the question, 16 students listen to rock and jazz. Rock and jazz. So I have 12 here. This is rock and jazz. So 12 plus what number would be 16? So that's going to mean this number here would have to be 4. Because notice that 4 plus 12 will give me that 16 that's up there. And now I need to look at rock and classical. Let's see what we got here. 26 to rock and classical, and 26. Oh, we got 26 up here too. So that means this is also 14. Notice 26 to rock and classical, and 26 to classical and jazz. So we need to put another 14 right inside there. Let's do that right there, number 14. Now, whoops, we can actually add up the differences here because we know that there was 42 that listened to rock. Okay, so 42. Right here we have 14 and 12. That's 26. And 4 more is 30. And to get to 42, well, 42 minus 30 means this is 12. Okay, and we're going to continue that way. 47 to jazz is next. Okay, so here we have, well, basically the same thing, 30. So 47 would be 17 down here. Okay, and one more time for the classical. It said that 49 listen to classical. Okay, well, in classical over here we have, that's 28, the 14 and 14, and then 30, this is 40 in here for classical, and classical likes to do 49, so 40 plus what equals 49? That means right out here we'd have 9. Okay. Now we still want to add up all of these numbers here to see what we have. So for this one we have 42 inside here, and then here we would have what's that, 59, and then with this 9 right here we would have 68. In that 14 we would have 82. So there's a total of 82 in here. But of 122 students, we're going to have to take 122 and take away 82. So that's going to be 40. So we're actually going to have 40 outside here. And this all should add up to be 122. So if we want to take a look at the question, how many of the students listen to only rock music? Well, if we take a look here, here's rock music without anything else. This has some classical, this has L3, this has some jazz, but so the answer with this one would be 12 here. So let me go ahead and get that as a 12 for our answer. Now we can ask a lot of questions here. How many people didn't like any of those three, and that answer would be 40. We could also say how many people liked only classical, that would be 9. How many people, well, basically we can answer a bunch of questions, and you'll probably have to on some of the homework, they'll list these down. Just remember that if they say classical and rock, so if they say classical, and I'll use the word and rock, be careful because you would think that you would have to do all of these right here because of the word and, but that would be the word or. Or would contain all of these. And means they have to like them both. These people don't like rock. These people don't like classical. These people like classical and rock, and so do these people. So classical and rock would be 12 plus 14, or what is that, 26. Okay, now if it said classical or rock, then you would have to add up all of these numbers. We know this one's 42, so that would be 56, 65. So this one would be 65. This is the word or. See, or means to conclude everything, and means only the ones where they got in both. Okay, that should be enough information for you to get started on homework 2, and then also moving on to the quiz 1 and 2, which covers both homework 1 and 2.